Europe's biggest street art festival is returning to Bristol this month. The event will cost over 400 artists, which will produce hundreds of pieces. Karin Koch, artist from Swindon, is painting murals for 10 years now, and this is the second time she's taking part in the Upfest.
Last year's festival, because I think COVID was still a bit of concern, all the artists that were painting the permanent walls were kind of spread out, and we didn't have that 2-day festival that they usually would have. This year was going to be epic. So last year it was more of a quiet sort of display of our artworks. Street art especially, it's really interesting because you're painting onto the walls, and instead of having the paintings inside the galleries, this is for everyone to see, and almost like going on top of the mountain and sort of shouting at the top of your lungs to everyone.
Throughout this month, Bristolians could come across live street painting in Bedminster, while the finale of the festival will take place at Gravelsmith Park, Tobacco Factory and Ashton Gate Stadium. For the first time, Laura will participate in the Upfest. With Bristol Mural Collective, she will paint a representation of a safe space. Her first wall portrait she painted in 5 hours, and you can now see it at Center Space Alley.
I also love street art, mainly because it democratizes the art. So the area of the galleries is quite restricted, and generally it's just to a certain target, and in the streets it's for everybody. So you can just be walking home or walking to work, and you can enjoy the art, and it kind of communicates directly to the people. So yeah, I really believe in street art, and I think street art is, it's something really important, yeah.
Thanet is currently working on the project called Creative Resistance, focusing on power of art and activism. She said that the atmosphere for the upcoming festival is exciting but nerve-wracking.
Bristol's a really creative city, which I love, in many different ways. It's got such a good music scene, such a good art scene, poetry, all sorts of things. Bristol just seems to be a big hub for people from all over the world and all over the country. Seems to just kind of swarm here, which is really, really exciting and interesting. And I think that shows with the diversity that we have in the collective. There seems to be a lot of people from different countries, which is really nice. If you're just starting out, my advice would be to not worry about the final outcome so much, and really get used to the process and being outside and painting in a public space.
With less than 10 days until the event, the Upfest team is working full speed to prepare, leading up the festival next weekend. The event is free and everyone is welcome to join. Our news, Vedrana Katia.